Hey guys, People Coolest Gamers, back to The Flash, Season 3, Episode 9, The Present. So I don't know if that means kind of the timeline, actually in the present, or it means the present kind of Christmas themed, or maybe it's both. Obviously, it is the Christmas episode here this week on the CW, so I kind of dressed up. I imagine it looks very strange and ridiculous, especially when I go back and edit, but there is no shame in this whatsoever. I love the holidays. Christmas is my favorite holiday, so I have no shame in this whatsoever. With Tiffany Smith here on the screen, who I love and stuff like that will lead us into this Flash episode that I am super excited for. Last week, we had the crossover episode here of it was very, Flash-centric as it should have been, kind of Wally saved the day. It was the first official crossover episode, basically, where most of our heroes were mind-controlled by the aliens, and then Oliver and Barry, the OGs, had to kind of fight them off. And they had a few great scenes there, which was absolutely awesome. The last time we checked in with actually just the Flash was episode 7, we kind of had the Killer Frost emerging out of Caitlin, and, Wally exploring his powers there and getting out of the cocoon. And we were introduced, I guess, a little bit more to Savitar and kind of how he has plans, I guess, against the Flash, how Julian is actually Dr. Alchemy this whole time, and I assume we're fighting him here in this mid-season finale. Last mid-season finale of last year was a pretty good Christmas episode theme thing. We learned a little bit more about Zoom and Professor Wells, but it was, kind of the Trickster and Captain Cold and Weather Wizard. So I'm expecting them to kind of go all out and have a great episode here because I am super excited for it, definitely. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So without further ado, guys, here we go. Okay, so Julian maybe was contacted somehow by Savitar, and it's led him out here, and that's how he became the servant of Savitar. Very Indiana Jones. Okay, so that I like the little snow always, but that's how we got to this point of Julian working with Savitar. Of course, HR would have decorated Star Labs. Yeah, see? Matching Christmas hats. We had the same idea. Shit, he's seeing his brother. That's weird. Is Savitar doing that?
First Christmas together as a couple, and
that's right. He was with Patty last year. And then the year before that, she was with Eddie.
The name's Savitar.
Getting closer and closer to you, Julian. You better answer truthfully. You ain't beating Grandma Esther's eggnog. I like their little relationship. It's cool so far. She'll probably end up dying at some point, but... Oh, Earth 3! Hey, Jay! Cool! Oh, Mark Hamill, I love you. So, who is he called? Trickster over here, too. More Joker-like. Tommy gun, cool. There you go, Jay. Good work. Jay, come up with a plan? Does Barry save you?
Nice timing.
Nice. Very nice. Why is he on Earth 3?
Calls himself Savitar.
Yeah, maybe Jay could help out. Has he heard of him? Yeah, maybe this is a good idea, Barry. Savitar said he knows the future, right? Things have changed. We saw the little news article there. Who knows what Savitar has up his sleeve? He says he's the future and Barry is the past. So this can't be good, but I like this whole myth kind of thing going on here of this ancient legend of I've heard this story to this story. I love how he got Jay, which is such a good idea. We see Mark Hamill as a trickster over there, there was no trickster on Earth 2, so we have Earth 1 and Earth 3 are tricksters. Same Mark Hamill, same character. I love it. This is so far turning out to be a great start to the episode. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't trust him.
Are we about to be the Grinches this year?
Yes, a little bit. But they both suffered loss, and I like that they're, as always, they're kind of, talking it out with each other. I always love their little relationship.
The vocal training, because we're thinking of going
Caroling. Good cover-up, HR. There he is, just in time. Jay probably sees him, too.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you do. Shit, oh my god, he took Jay. He's taking Jay just like he took Barry. You gotta get him. Come on, Barry. Alchemy's got power, though, given to him by Savitar. There you go, Barry. Lightning throw. Worked better there than it did with Zoom. Shit, he's doing the same thing to Jay. Fuck, we can't get Jay killed. Fuck, man. You gotta kill Jay, man. Barry, any day, bro. Shit. So he knows who he is. He knows all the other speedsters, probably. Oh, okay. So we covered up the stone, so that sucked him back into the Speed Force or whatever. Alright, so he does need alchemy to get him out. It's Julian. Figure it out. There you go. Yep. Another person in your midst that basically betrayed and lied to you. Even though they were never on good terms, it's still a shark in the mist, or whatever the saying is. So I'm glad that Barry discovered that, and we got that over with now in, basically the next Flash episode, because, we skipped the crossover one. Love that. Jay Garrick almost fucking died, so Barry just got covering up the stone just in time, but he knows the other speedsters. Savitar knows Garrick. He knows the other speedsters. He probably knows that Wally is power, obviously. He probably knows Jesse and all these other speedsters. He probably knew of Zoom and stuff like that. So, interesting. Maybe somehow, whatever Savitar does, he can bring Black Flash along, or somehow that's probably going to appear here in Season 3. It's a good point. There's nowhere to go to the bathroom, and there's no due process in these cells.
An evil murderous bastard.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think if he's lying,
Kind of a bad trend.
it's a man in a mask.
He's gonna have to reveal he's Barry to get him to trust him. I don't agree with this, Barry. Fuck. Damn it. Makes sense.
When did it start?
So Savitar is basically taking over his body in a way and making him a surrogate to get to get Savitar out.
It would bring us back together again. And at that point,
Oh shit. That's what Cisco's seeing, isn't he? This makes sense. Savitar's going after Cisco now because Julian is captured. He needs someone else as his high priest. But you know it's not, right, Cisco? You know it's not real. It's Savitar playing tricks with your mind. No, Cisco, don't open the box, please.
I love you, Cisco.
Come on, you're stronger. You're stronger, Cisco. Shit. That's it. Now he's like the new high priest. Shut it. Shut the box. God damn it. Do you see him now? Fuck. Fuck. He needed a new high priest, so he went after Cisco. I don't know why. Maybe just because Cisco has the box, so it just kind of shifts on to the next person, but it makes sense. A lot of people had a feeling, I had a feeling that maybe Julian had a split personality, because last episode, he seems like, he's like, oh, please, stop with the voice, right? It seems like he didn't want to be Alchemy, where Alchemy seems like he enjoys himself, so it makes sense. Maybe there's kind of redemption for Julian if, Savitar or someone doesn't kill him, or he doesn't heroically sacrifice himself, but Barry's got to deal with the Cisco situation first. Wally, just close the box. You don't have to fight Savitar. Just close the box. Oh, we just gonna let Barry die, Joe? Because you're a speedster.
Yo, Metal Mouth.
It's gone. I'm so sorry, but there's nothing.
Caitlin, you're gonna have to freeze him.
But there are people that you can save. Right?
You have to freeze him.
If you don't close that box, Barry and Wally will die.
Close the box, Cisco.
We can't be together.
Cisco, listen to me.
Come on, Cisco, you got the strong will. That's a cool shot. Fuck. Cisco. He's not real. Close it. Yes. Oh, God. I understand the temptation, but good work, Caitlin and Wally. Good work.
Are you kidding? That was awesome.
Wally's loving this too much.
Elsewhere.
I agree with HR. I understand his motivations. I just don't trust him. There's got to be something else with him. That's how it usually is with Harrison Wells.
Hello, Barry.
That's cool.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. So he's met him before, maybe? All right. Barry is one of the biggest holders of the Speed Force. Technically, Wally is, I think, has the most raw power and can actually go the fastest. But Barry is he's like a Hal Jordan. He's the quintessential speedster. So it makes sense that maybe Savitar somehow knows him, because maybe they traveled through time, or the Barry, previously, the one that fought Reverse Flash all the time, you know, the one that was older, maybe he's fought Savitar, so he actually knows him through that. But I like this whole concept of Savitar talking through Julian. Very cool.
I know your destinies.
Because he can see the past and the present and the future. Wow.
One shall fall. One will suffer a fate far worse than death. This is the knowledge I have for you.
God damn.
Your everlasting damnation.
This is bad.
Why haven't you already? If you're
He needs to get out.
why don't you just go ahead and kill us all now?
He needs to come back to the physical plane.
Because you can.
You did this to me.
Okay.
Trapped me in eternity.
I like this.
Yourself. You did this to me, Barry. And now the age of my revenge rises. My freedom is at hand. You will feel my wrath. The wrath of Savitar.
Yeah, damn, that was there's a lot to look into there.
That was so scary. Truly frightening one with the voice.
Oh my god, HR.
It never worked.
Hopefully,
We need to find out.
we don't have a better plan, so unless to throw it into the sun, which we can't do. So, here we go.
I'll let you know when you reach optimal speed.
I always love when the two speedsters run together. Whether they're heroes or villains or whatever, it's great. Ah, this is amazing.
Jay's moving really fast. This might actually work.
Yeah, just because he's old, Iris, doesn't mean that he can't run. Throw it in there, Barry. You know someone's going to obviously find it, but maybe there's another way that Savitar gets brought back. Oh, fuck. What if that pushed Barry into another time? Shit.
Don't do this.
Now, finally, I
Wow.
have you.
I love you.
Holy shit.
Say that, all right? You're gonna be all right.
So that's the one who dies.
Barry.
Yep, I mean, maybe Barry could change it. Oh shit! So that's why her name is not on the news title, because he killed her. That's what I thought. God damn it! Well, Barry, you got to go back and change this. This is not set in stone. You could change it. Fuck. God damn it, Savitar. Go change it, Barry. Jay pulled him out. This is bad.
Jay,
Are we in the right time?
what the hell was that? Where was I? The future.
Shit. Alright, Barry. Well, you know your mission now, right? Even though it seems like, you know, they always say when you try to change one thing, it just course corrects itself. So, if Iris doesn't die, then someone else could actually die. But we know it's kind of like the Arrow thing at the end of episode 1 last season, right? We knew someone died, someone was in the grave. This seems like it's the same thing. We know someone betrays, and we know someone suffers, you know, Savitar said a fate worse than death, so they die. So this is bad. Even if they change it from Iris to someone else, it's probably going to be someone on the team. God damn.
I've never run to the future.
That's true.
To the past, but I always
Yeah, it's true. He has never run to the future.
This is why speedsters don't travel to the future.
Exactly.
Know this much about their
You
own
should never know this much about your future.
Changing every decision you make creates another
Changes the outcome.
won't let Iris die.
You can change it, Barry.
future isn't written yet.
Exactly. You know, as Rip Hunter says, it's wet cement. It hasn't solidified yet. You can change it.
Need a little Christmas.
Right.
Over to Joe's house. Let's have some fun. Let's have some holiday spirit. Could be the last time you're with Iris.
Of course, you do the same for me.
Yeah, good work.
You did the same for me.
Exactly. We're all family here. We work together. Well, except HR. We don't know what he is.
You gotta try their eggnog holiday concoction.
Oh my god.
And his hot girlfriend.
Babe,
Thank you.
what's up?
Oh man, everyone looking really good here for Christmas. Just, it could be really bad, man. How can you look at Iris the same? Look at HR in the background. Look at him. He's just drunk off his ass right now.
Technically, we don't have to be standing under the mistletoe to...
There you go, Joe. She couldn't have telegraphed it more for you.
Really?
I saw you kiss her. Good job.
Oh, that's right. Think.
Fucking HR. Is it a suit? Tell me it's a suit.
Team.
Hell yes. Yes.
Calling me Kid Flash.
Yeah, I think we are.
It is Kid Flash. That's your name. Accept it.
Police. I got it. It's not the
Police? HR, calm down.
Resignation paperwork.
Hey! Good job.
Or if you'd like to share it again.
Okay. I'm still skeptical, but maybe Julian's making some progress. I used to carol, so this brings back old memories.
Have a white one.
She's gonna try to make it snow. Wow, that's cool. That is a cool use of her powers. So it's probably just around the house, but still, that's cool. Is he letting her move in? Is that what it is? Like, is it gonna be their place?
Hey, this is a big step.
It is a big step, but I mean, it's not like you just started a relationship and just knowing each other. You've known each other almost your whole lives, so. I feel like we're on borrowed time, people. I really do. Now that's gonna get a little more personal there. Alright guys, so that was my reaction there to The Flash, Season 3, Episode 9, The Present. That was a great episode, and it was a great mid-season finale. It was definitely, even though I liked last year's mid-season finale, it definitely was better than that in terms of stakes and an episode. It wasn't the same, like, reveal craziness that the first mid-season finale of Season 1, where, you know, you had Harrison Wells, like, he's the reverse Flash. What? That doesn't make sense. So it wasn't that, but still a great episode. Definitely The Present had to do, in my mind, two things. Literally the present, that they're living in the present right now, and in 5 minutes in the future, Barry knows what's going to happen. And the present, kind of like Savitar, it's not only Christmas themed, but Savitar gave a gift. It's his present that you have these 5 months, basically, until I kill Iris and exact my revenge. So I would say there's 4 main points of this episode, and they're not necessarily going to go in order of how they debuted in the episode. It's going to be more about the significance. So I'd say the first main point is Jay Garrick. I think that's very cool that he returned here in this mid-season finale. That definitely stepped it up a little bit of a notch. I would say the second main point is Wally gets the suit. The third main point is Barry sees the future, and the fourth main point is Savitar's prophecy. So starting with the first main point, yeah, it was great to see Jay back. We journey over to Earth 3 for the first time. We see a little bit of his life there. It looks a little more retro, and I'll probably see more when I edit, but with the Tommy gun, we have another trickster over there that's also Mark Hamill, so that was very cool. He looks a little different, looks more Joker-esque. I wonder how Jay was going to get out of that situation, because it looked really bad before Barry saved him, but that was absolutely great there. I think Jay being the mentor, giving the advice, you know, being obviously the real Jay, has been great. Him saying you shouldn't have seen the future, obviously that was an accident, but you can't think of that. That's one of the infinite possibilities. You know, him basically being Savitar's punching bag long enough for Barry to get the stone and, you know, suck Savitar, I guess, back into the Speed Force or wherever he's trapped there, and to, you know, imprison Julian. So, you know, Jay ended up being very useful there. I like that, you know, even though in the episode I said, oh, don't mention his father, it still is a reminder, because obviously he looks like his father. It's the same actor, John Wesley Shipp. So, you know, and you remember a lot of the Fallen and all these different things around Christmas time, as Cisco was remembering his brother. So I definitely like what Jay provided in this episode. It's always great to see him in the suit, to see that actor back. I think he's absolutely fantastic, and I definitely think to defeat Savitar, we're going to need a combination of him and Jesse and Wally. We're going to need a lot of speedsters to take down Savitar. That seems the direction we're going in. The second main point in the episode for me is Wally gets a suit. So this is a big deal. There's not much to say, but you know, we have HR continually, you know, teaching, you know, Wally here. I don't trust HR. Maybe that's just because so many Harrison Wells and so many people on the show, as they point out in this episode, you know, they pretend they're friends and then they turn out to be enemies. So maybe that's why I don't trust him. Or it's not necessarily that I think HR is going to be an enemy, more that he's just out for himself, even more than he says he is. So that seems weird there. Plus, he has no experience in teaching a speedster, as far as we know, so I don't know how he could help, but he could stand there and read the stats and say, do this, do that, and stuff like that. But now, Wally having the suit, he's going to be more ingratiated, I guess would be the word, into the team, and he'll be taught properly, especially by Barry. Him getting the suit, you know, obviously the Kid Flash suit in the comic books and the one that we saw in Flashpoint, great, love it. I'm glad that he's going to be part of the team, because Lord knows we're going to need the goddamn help. So that was great, and progression, I guess, for Wally going forward. And turning him from maybe the whiny kind of kid that he's been, even this season, to more of the hero that he should be. You know, there's going to be competition between him and Barry. He's not going to listen and blah, blah, blah. But I like seeing him become the hero he was always meant to be. Even though that sounds corny, it seems like that's the direction we're going forward here in the show. The third main point of the episode for me, which ties into the fourth main point of the episode, is Barry sees the future. So Barry, he gets accidentally flung here into the future. We know that Stone or some other way that Savitar is going to be brought back is going to happen. Does someone else go into the Speed Force? Maybe Savitar starts talking to Wally, who goes into the Speed Force, because we see how much he's progressing. He's faster than Barry was at, certain points and blah, 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 blah. So that's definitely a possibility of that or another way that Savitar could come back. I really did like seeing Barry see the future, because I didn't even think about that. We talked so much about the future, and Reverse Flash was from there, and Zoom maybe has been there. We never think and I at least never thought that's right. Barry's never been to the future. So they mentioned a Flash museum there, so maybe they built that 5 months from now. He remembered the street, he remembered the time, and he saw Iris die. That's why she's not. As I theorized last episode during the crossover, she probably dies. Barry can change that, but as we've learned from the Legends, as we've learned here from the Flash, when you change it, even if we could save Iris, that means that someone else will die. So Barry, once again, even if he saves Iris, he will have to live with probably getting one of our close members here killed. I don't think it'll be a Cisco or a Caitlin because of their comic book counterparts and so on and so forth, but I definitely think because Barry has these infinite father figures, it definitely could be Joe. I don't want to say that. I don't want to be a kind of a death omen or jinx it, but it could totally be Joe. He seems like he's the next one up on the chopping block. So that definitely worries me. Him seeing the future and seeing Savitar being there so menacing was terrifying, and I'm so interested to see more about here the future going forward. Will Barry kind of go into the future accidentally or on purpose here in the season and more going forward? Will he work with Jay more? All things I want to see. And the fourth main point of the episode that ties obviously to the third main point, it's Savitar's prophecy. So he said 3 things, kind of like I said in the episode, very last season, end of episode 1 Arrow, where we saw someone was going to be in the grave. Kind of the same thing here is CW, the Flash here, was giving us this is what's going to happen. We had one will fall, so one person will die, whether that's Iris or we change it to be someone else. We have one will betray. So is that Caitlin, maybe because of her powers? Will it be Cisco? Will it be Wally? And Savitar, we know he could talk through these people. We know he could trick them into seeing people. So we had Cisco see his brother. Maybe Wally could see his mother or something, or even Barry for that matter, but I doubt it'll be Barry. So any one of these people here, especially close to Barry, or just a random person, could be kind of the avatar to bring Savitar back. I didn't mean to rhyme that there, but kind of to bring Savitar back into the physical world. And the third prophecy he made is someone will suffer a fate worse than death. So I took that in the episode, and someone could take that down below. If you guys have any comments, please let me know. That, that means the same thing. Someone will fall, and, someone will suffer something, worse than death. They always say that when someone's going to die. No, but he especially said it. He specifically said those 3 points. So to me, that means someone will just die, whether it's by Savitar or something else, and then someone will, I don't know, get trapped forever in the Speed Force. Like, something bad is going to happen there. So this is bad. So if those end up being 3 separate things, that means 2 people close to us probably die in this season, or at least one of them. Who knows if Barry can change it, what's going to happen here, and who's going to betray the group. I love that scene of, Savitar being able to talk through Julian, using Julian as his avatar was terrifying, was awesome. He definitely looks like he's going to be a great villain going forward. Other little main points here, little things to touch on here. Always love my Christmas episodes here at the CW, as you can see here. Love that. We didn't have as much music as we had, or as many Christmas punny lines as we did last season, but we had enough touches. That great Little touch there of Caitlin making the rain into snow, at least around the house, was very cool. And we'll see if she can explore controlling more of her powers and the Killer Frost side going forward. I really like that. The outfits in this episode were great. Just even all the Christmas attire, everyone looked great. The HR humor, especially in that last scene there, was absolutely fantastic. It was hilarious. I always like just the little touches of the decorations that they've done around the set, the little touches in Julian's office, which is now Julian and Barry's office again, of the metahumans that we've seen, like Frankie and a few other people on the board. I always like that kind of stuff. Even, the eggnogs and Joe getting together finally and having his first kiss with Cecile was really good. I like that going forward. Barry getting an apartment with Iris finally, so if we can keep Iris alive, I assume a lot of the Snowberry people will probably be pretty happy at seeing her die, but I don't want her to die. She's been growing on me more as a character, not just because she's a comic book character, but she's been growing on me more as a character, as being that rock for Barry. So I really want to see her not die, but we're going to lose either one or two people here. So I like that we're making progression there going forward, of Barry getting his own place. It looks awesome. I don't know how he affords that, especially if he didn't have a job, but that was great to see. The whole progression of Julian and Barry's relationship that, again, I don't trust Julian because we've seen that Savitar has obviously gotten to him before, but if we could actually build Julian into a character who maybe will die later, maybe he'll be the Fallen, but if we can redeem him, and now they're working together again and stuff like that, I really do like that. I want to like Julian, so learning more about his backstory in this episode, and trying to like him, trying to see him more than someone that is a liar and a villain would be really great. So those are pretty much all the points there I liked in the episode. I thought it was just great to see the kind of myth of Savitar, this stone, kind of how there's all these legends, how Jay has heard about him, how Savitar knows Jay, does he know other speedsters? There's so many questions here. But overall, guys, that's kind of my thoughts here on The Flash Season 3, Episode 9, The Present. Let me know what you thought of this mid-season finale down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are there any Easter eggs I missed? What do you think of Savitar as kind of this terrifying villain going forward? Did you like his presence here and kind of him being able to talk through Julian? Do you feel like we can trust Julian going forward? Who is going to be the betrayer? Who's going to suffer the fate worse than death? Who's going to be the fallen? Are those two last points kind of one and the same, or do you think like me that they are three succinct points and we are going to lose two people? Who do you think those people are going to be? What do you like these Christmas theme episodes? What do you think of, kind of Caitlin using her powers and how she's going to go going forward? Cisco had a lot of material with his brother in this episode there, even though he wasn't really there. What do you think about that? Kind of Barry bringing in Jay, and kind of anything else, Joe with Cecile and the whole Iris, future prophecy. Any other thoughts, predictions, theories you have in the episode, and what do you think we're going to see going forward in the rest of the season? Please let me know them down below. As always, no spoilers. No spoilers, but any theories, predictions you have, I would love to know them. I love talking to you guys. Like the video, subscribe, share with your friends if you'd be so kind. And until next week of The Flash, which is 6 weeks from now, about 6 weeks from now, at the end of January. Thanks for watching.